Ready.
All right, so it's been a little bit. A lot of events have taken place. Most recently, the clearing out of Feathergale Spire. You went back there, dealt with the Lord Commander, who seemed to be fully under the sway of whatever force is controlling their cult, their mission, etc. A fight broke out. Several knights were also under the control of whatever this being, entity, force is. The Lord Commander was killed. The remaining cultists that seemed to be in the tower fled. And after, looking to see these forms or figures jumping from windows or off the roof, they seem to all be heading down into the far side of the Sighing Valley, where you believe the entrance to the below ground operation is. After clearing the Feathergale Spire, you guys proceeded to Riverguard Keep to clean up there, having left it still fully staffed, fully manned. It was a quick and dirty fight. Jolliver was dispatched, as was his right hand, Ushnora, as well as the priestess, I believe. Any remaining guards, who appeared to just be river bandits or pirates, fled. Starsha seeing some of them jump into the river. A couple jump in behind that gate in the waterway and disappear, presumably downstream. So Riverguard Keep is now fully abandoned as well, or so it seems, after clearing out and doing a quick room-by-room check, gathering what loot or gold or resources you could. This is where we're going to find our group at the start of this session. Riverguard Keep has been fully cleaned out. You guys have managed to get in a long rest. We'll say it's now first thing in the morning, the next day, and that's where we'll pick up. So at this point, there are 3 days remaining until the start of this Wickerman event at Scarlet Moon Hall that a couple of druids had told you about in Belliard, I believe. You have lots of time to get there from where you currently are.
Did we want to check out the underground river? Or do you want to save that for later?
It's up to you.
We'll
asking the group.
We'll save it for later.
I think we're relatively certain that it's an entrance, similar to what's beneath the monastery.
That's my thinking, but we're not sure yet.
Yep.
So, but okay, we can leave it till later.
I mean, if it's quick, you could go fish for them and just swim down it and have a look and come back if you wanted to.
Do I have a fish that can see in the dark? I don't think I do. Let's just move on.
Let's go. We're gonna head to Summit Hall.
Okay. I'm going to assume that you're taking things with you, like the books that are, worth 20 gold each, and whatever other loot, and because it can be sold at Summit Hall. Summit Hall is a large, well-stocked, well-provisioned fortress.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you guys will head out, I'm assuming, first thing in the morning. We'll need to spend some time crossing the river. There is no easy way to ford it here.
I guess I can turn into a dolphin. What did you guys use last time?
Yeah, that's what you did. Or you carried one of us over, and then I think we used ropes or something.
Fly. I can fly. As long as we don't get in too much trouble, I can fly a couple of us over.
It's not a very wide river, right, Dark? I can just.
It's relatively wide. It's not. It's like was going to say it's like the Fraser, but you have no idea what I'm talking about. It's like the Hudson.
Yeah. Taladar can fly Rin across because he's heavily armored, and that's not going to work well for Moss trying to, pull him across. And Taladar can fly himself across as well. And that just leaves the other two to get Dolphin dragged, which is how we did it before.
Okay, so yeah, you guys spend less than an hour, shape changing and ferrying each other across without issue. The day it's overcast, but there's no sign of rain. So once you're on the other side of the river, it is a quick half day of walking, marching to reach Summit Hall. You do notice as you approach Summit Hall in the distance to the north what looks like haze or smoke or something on the horizon. But you do finally arrive safely at Summit Hall. The knights recognize you, and those manning the front gate and the drawbridge wave you inside. Lady Yushin herself is busy at the moment, but one of her sub-commanders greets you.
Hello.
Yes, welcome back.
Yes, we've returned.
Yes, I see that. What can we do for you?
We've cleared out the... actually, have the Feathergale Knights returned?
Yes, they arrived yesterday, day before yesterday. They arrived some time ago.
Excellent.
There was a bit of difficulty in the beginning once the ruse itself was up. Some of them had to be subdued, knocked out, but barring a couple of scrapes and bruises, it went well. They are all in the process of undergoing whatever treatment Lady Ushin thought necessary.
Be mindful. Some may be willing participants.
We have not seen that is the case.
That's good to hear.
So all of them are currently in treatment. They are in various states of consciousness, as the effects have not yet worn off. Savra, however, has fully recovered.
I've heard, and I'd like to see her shortly.
She left with her new boyfriend.
Ooh.
No,
Excuse me?
My heart. Stinks.
Yes, she is waiting inside in one of the halls. Please, come with me. And he gestures for you to enter.
Well, one quick moment. We also cleared out the River Keep, and I'd like to possibly dispatch some knights there to just kind of hold it.
That might be difficult. Lady Ushin will join you in the Great Hall shortly. She is she's currently working with one of the knights at the moment. I don't have the authority to dispatch on her behalf.
No worries.
I will send her in to see you as soon as she is done. And so you make your way inside of this massive sort of squat stone fortress, and there are some other paladins, clerics of Tyr inside. And sitting at one of these long tables, you do see Savra.
All right. Before I do anything, speak to Savra. Does anybody else have any questions or anything for anyone? I don't want to take up all the time.
You're good. No, go ahead.
All right. So I head over to Savra. How does she look? Does she look normal, better?
She's now undead.
Oh,
No,
Smite.
she looks pretty much the same. Tired, maybe a little haggard, but mostly unchanged. And as the doors to the Great Hall open, she looks up and sees you all entering. I'm assuming you're all going. And she stands up to greet all of you. Ah, you've returned. I cannot thank you enough for bringing me here. I know that the journey was difficult. I also, I'm sure, made things difficult. The memory is hazy now of... I've forgotten or been shrouded from a lot that has happened. But I am myself again. Thanks to Lady Ushin and you for bringing me here.
I'm very glad to hear that. I do want to let you know, and I'm not sure if you've heard about the Feathergale Tower.
I have only heard that it is you've brought the knights here or had them sent here. Some sort of a deal or a plan was worked out with the what the hell is the name? The Knights of Samular. And they are being taken care of here. Yes, that is your doing?
It is, and unfortunately we did have to dispatch the Lord Commander.
I see. Yes, that is unfortunate. He was a good man at one point.
Was, but
Yes,
no longer.
Right, he unfortunately swayed.
We gave him every opportunity, and he refused.
Well, it had to be done then. I don't blame you, of course. He had to have been dispatched. If he was part of these evil dealings, these cultists, then yes, he had to be dispatched. It's an unfortunate loss, but one that appears to be necessary. Thank you again for risking yourselves, your lives, to help us.
You're most welcome, and the reason I've come to talk to you is, or speak to you, is my original mission was to return you to your family in Waterdeep.
Yes.
And I'd like to still do that once we finish our current situation. I can't think of a word. Our current adventure.
Objective.
Objective,
Yeah.
thank you. Our current objective. I'd like to
Words are
escort you to
hard.
Waterdeep.
I would be more than willing to go. Yes. My family is difficult. They did not necessarily agree with the path that I'd chosen. But I am still a Feathergale Knight. I would like to see how many of my fellows remain and will want to continue on this path. But I would be more than willing to go back to Waterdeep for a short time.
Very well.
Moss speaks up. With the Lord Commander gone, that tower has need of new stewardship. And I know that the land is now more acclimate to plants and growing food.
Yes, we should have somebody installed there. Hopefully within the week. I will remain here with the knights. And as soon as there are enough of us, well enough, we will return to Feathergale. That might take a few days. I know it took roughly 3 for the hold to be broken on me. Hopefully the others will have just an easy time as I did.
Very well. I'll let you get some rest.
I've had my fill of rest, to be honest. I do find myself a little stir crazy here. I have been training. The Knights of Samular are very well trained, well regimented, and very disciplined. It has been an honor to train with them, practice with them. I believe we have the foundation of good working relationship, should we hope to continue our efforts in the Desserin Valley, working at Feathergale Spire. I do still intend, it was the Lord Commander's wish, ultimately, to return to Waterdeep and cleanse it of corruption. And I do, and hopefully the other knights as well, do still see that as one of their primary objectives. Perhaps working with the Knights of Samular more closely, it's something that we can achieve sooner.
We should definitely discuss this corruption you speak of at a later date. For sure.
Yes. We will be forever in your debt. All of you. And she sort of bows at all of you.
It was my honor, and I take your hand and kiss it.
There he goes.
She sort of blushes and turns a little bashful. Yanks her hand out of your hand. No, she, yes, yes, of course. And she quickly sort of returns to her chair and resumes eating or reading or both. She's got some books there. And as you guys are sort of having this conversation, there are other knights in the room. And shortly thereafter, Lady Stormbanner enters and heads over to your table. Yes, you have returned. My understanding is that things have been going well for you. I understand the Feathergale Spire is now empty, and is also the same for Riverguard Keep, yes?
Yes, that's correct. Both are clear of cultists.
Excellent. This is very good news.
Our next objective is to head to this to the fire festival and see what's going on there.
I believe the smoke that we can see to the north is most likely from this festival of the Wicker Man, or this gathering that is taking place at Scarlet Moon Hall. I have not had the manpower to send many scouts to look into this activity in the eastern portion of the Somber Hills, and the valley itself has been picking up more encounters with cultists and their lessers, their subordinates, more attacks on travelers on the roads. I cannot really afford to spend much manpower. I did send 2 scouts, and they do seem to have reported that there is a gathering taking place. It does not look violent or of any sort of military distinction, but there is a gathering near, quite on the grounds of the haunted keep known as Scarlet Moon Hall. This is your next destination?
It is.
Very good. I'm glad someone will be looking into this. Tell me, is there anything further I can do for you?
Would it be possible to dispatch some knights to the River Guard Keep to just kind of hold it, keep an eye on it?
Unfortunately, no. I do not have the manpower to spare at the moment.
Not a problem. I think it'll be okay.
Even if it's not, we've proven we can handle whoever sets up shop there. It wouldn't be much to do it again.
Would it not be possible for you to requisition a squadron? You were recently promoted, as if I remember correctly.
Well, that's true. I was going to use a pigeon.
Yes, you could use one of our pigeons. That would not be a problem. You have your seal or your sigil with you, I'm assuming. Yes, that is something that we could do for you.
Perfect. Then I will do so right away.
Ah, excellent. Just let one of our I don't even know what they're called. Our pigeon handlers. No, once you have constructed the message, of course it will need to be brief as it goes on the little bird's leg. You know this, of course.
Okay.
They are called fanciers.
No, I believe that is a lie.
Got him.
No, they actually are called fanciers. Pigeon keepers are called pigeon fanciers.
Yeah, I can't remember, in castles and stuff, there's an area where they keep all the pigeons and everything. And it's not just an airy, I can't remember what it's called. There's a word for it. You know, if it's a bunch of ravens, it's usually a rookery. Anyway.
Ducat?
Nah, that's not the word I'm thinking of.
What's your language? Alright, I will send the message.
Yeah, so you construct a message requisitioning a squadron, I'm assuming. That's probably as much as you can requisition at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's about 8. It's about 8 men, women. Yeah, and you hand it over to the fancier, who affixes it to one of his pigeons and sends it off. She'll get there in about, is it Waterdeep? She'll get there in probably little over a day, maybe 2 if the weather turns bad. And assuming they respond right away, we should hear back in 2 days.
Excellent. Thank you.
Of
What
course.
What time did we get to the keep here?
I don't know, it's probably 2 p.m. So yeah, you're free to rest, relax, have something to eat. Lady Sheen excuses herself. I have many more knights that I must look in on, and it is a great deal that you sent to us. So they do require round-the-clock care. There are very few of us that can actually perform the rituals needed to break this connection.
So this entire time, Moss has been very quiet, kind of looking down, fidgeting. And when he says Ushian leave, he kind of starts talking, then stops, then starts again. You have been very helpful, even so kind. I did this thing at Feathergale where I helped the land grow things. I could do it here too.
We do not have crops in the area. It is quite rocky escarpments and the cliff sides here. It would not be necessary. I would save your energy, your strength for the difficulties that will be ahead of you. My thanks for offering, though. She sort of nods as she makes her way out of the room.
As soon as she leaves, Moss just looks like deflated.
Aw.
They've got enough flowers here, Moss.
Yeah, and if you do take a look around the outside, it is quite a rocky, gravelly sort of area. There's not a whole lot of greenery. Not until you get sort of farther to the south, where it's more rolling fields. But there's no farmland to speak of around here. So what would you guys like to do next? I would say it's probably going to take you another few hours to sell off your stuff, trade in any gems or sell off any weaponry you've picked up. The books can all be sold here. That's not an issue. All of the gems can be exchanged. Any repairs that you need can be done. Your, basic provisions can be restocked if you've used any. Some mild shopping could be done. They don't have anything super fancy. But, they have some potions. They have some basic weapons, basic armor. Things of that nature.
Nothing magical?
No, they don't. The people that reside here, other than the staff, are mainly paladins, knights, and clerics. And they don't really use anything magical.
So they wouldn't have my necropants?
No, well, the knights definitely would not have necropants. And they might, they might skewer you if you decide to ask for them. So yeah, after everything's been sold and said and done, it's probably late afternoon.
I think Taladar would use. Oh, he would use take a rest and replenish his third level spell slots with the use of Arcane Recovery and his Pearl of Power, and he might prepare a sending spell and send it to the Constable in Red Larch. In as few words as possible, he would ask, "Are strange things still happening?" And then he would ask, "Do you know anyone who writes in strange text?" And he would describe the text from that letter. I'm just scrolling up to find your description of it.
Yeah, it's a mix of block letters or block writing and cursive.
Yeah, the mix of block and cursive. You can reply 25 words or less. This is Taladar.
Hello? Yes, the town is... Things are difficult. Lot of goings on. Is this working? Handwriting sounds familiar. I'll look into it. Are you guys... And it cuts off. Welcome back, Deeps.
Thanks.
So yeah, you get the sense that things are difficult in town, and he'll look into the handwriting. Or into the letter.
Alright, yeah, I think that's probably enough. I won't message him back for now. Yeah, at some point, in towards the evening, I think Taladar would try and find Savra and just have a quiet word with her alone.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's right.
Easy.
Yeah, she spends most of her time either in study or training with the knights and paladins that are here, so it's easy enough to find her.
Yeah, I think he'd kind of wait and watch and just, approach at some point where she's, maybe watching others train or something like that. And
Yeah, she's probably stopped to dunk her head in one of the barrels of water and get a drink while
He might,
others spar.
he might just, kind of make a show of watching others spar as well. And entertain possibly stepping in the ring with one of them to try his blade, but stay sort of near her. And after a few minutes, he would just turn and say, "It's not right for someone to, to be coerced against their will to follow others. I'm glad that those here were able to break you of the curse. I don't have a lot of use for organizations and governments. When I was younger, my family was let down by others who claimed to be noble, who claimed to protect the lesser. But I think you have a chance at a new beginning for the Feathergale and for yourself. And I hope that you walk a more righteous path than your predecessor. And he turns and sort of, without giving her a chance to say anything, he just turns and kind of starts walking away, and then over his shoulder says, "Or I will find you." He just leaves the room.
Boy, you crazy.
Yeah, she just sort of looks after him in not really shock, but she just sort of nods to herself. Resumes
It's just
drinking,
tell her being an asshole.
Mm-hmm. The sun is now beginning to set. Evening is upon you. You are invited to join everyone in the Great Hall for dinner. You're also given the option to spend the night if you require it. Capacity is getting a little tight here, although she does have several nights out looking into things, so there is some availability.
Moss has spent the afternoon going around finding every plant he can and casting Druidcraft to make it bloom or blossom or whichever.
Yeah, they do have a massive garden of herbs. Most of them are medicinal. So I would say it's probably vibrant and healthy at this point.
What time is it right now?
And it's probably like 6 p.m.
Having found this, Moss is going to sit down, hunker down, and he's going to do plant growth for 8 hours.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So you spend 8 hours causing all of the plants in the area to yield twice as much when they're harvested.
And that presumably Moss is missing dinner now.
Yeah. Depending on when you leave, you might not get a full night's rest either.
Well, I don't think we're in a hurry to get out of here the very next morning, right? Like, we could sleep in.
I think we'd probably stay long enough to get a full night's rest. Or I would vote to.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, anybody who has used anything up, go ahead and hit your long rest buttons.
Update your spells if you're making changes.
One last thing, I think. Late into the night, maybe after finishing his 4 hours of quiet trance, Taladar would send one more sending. Actually, you know what he'd do? But he would do it before. Late into the evening, approaching nightfall, Taladar would find a quiet spot to, just look off into the distance and cast a sending spell, reaching out to the Mud Sorcerer.
Oh, yeah.
You can run, you can hide, but I will find you. We are Legion. We are powerful. And we are going to shake the foundations of everything you've built. Prepare yourself for your doom.
A minute goes by. And then you just hear laughter. Who is this? You cannot intimidate me. You can certainly try. That's all you get.
That's fine. I think anytime I have leftover third level spell slots at the end of the night, I might just do that.
So the morning finds you. Maybe not as bright and early as you expected. You're all allowed to sort of sleep in, take your time getting up. So everybody does, including Moss, get a long rest. When you come down to the Great Hall for breakfast or gathering, you see that it looks like 2 other Feathergale Knights have joined Savra. Oh, it's good morning. Nice to see you all. It looks like 2 others have been released from the hold that whatever it was had on us. And they sort of, nod at you. Thank you for what you've done for us. We're sorry to have caused any difficulty or trouble. Our deepest thanks. And they both sort of, bow very deeply at you guys as you come to join Savra at the table.
I'm just glad that you've returned to your normal self again.
Yes, as am I, and my companion here. I understand the Lord Commander has fallen.
That's correct.
He once was a good man. I joined him early on, and believed in his vision, his mission. But even before I was overcome, he began to change. He became more ruthless, more desperate for power, it seems. I guess ultimately that was his downfall.
This is Savra speaking right now?
No, this is one of the other
okay.
knights.
Okay.
Our thanks, once again, for everything you've done for us and our companions. If there's anything we could do to repay you, just name it.
We are happy to be of assistance. Come on, guys. Am I the only one that's going to say anything?
Yep. So they join Savra in having breakfast. You guys are all welcome to join in. There's a lot of food to be had. It smells like bacon in here and toast. It's all good, hearty stuff. Finishing with breakfast, you guys are free to come and go as you please. You can stay longer if you want. You can head out now. What is it you guys would like to do?
Moss
So we have
takes the
2
time
days
to
now?
talk.
Sorry, what was that, Lucid?
So we have 2 days now to get to the thing?
Yeah. I mean, there was no, like, it is on the morning of the 13th. It was sort of a rough, it should be in 7 days or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, it's about 2 days from now.
It's like about a half day to get there.
Yep, half a day.
Perhaps
Moss.
we should. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Not good.
I was just going to say perhaps we should find a way to make ourselves look a little more like the type of folk who would go to such a festival.
Moss looks himself over. I think I'm good.
Yeah, Savra just looks over at all of you. I don't think any of you could pass as druids, if that is your intention. Maybe just some cloaks.
Moss just looks at her. None of us?
Did I stutter?
Ooh.
She doesn't say that.
I mean, he's a fucking 7-foot giant. Sure doesn't fit in.
Yeah, but I mean,
7-foot druid giant.
the clothes that he's wearing, and he uses a staff, doesn't he? Like a bow or a quarterstaff.
Yeah, he's carrying one.
Yeah, he smells like a druid.
Darn tootin'. That herbal fresh.
Yeah, it's that bo and patchouli. Is it only druids that are gathering?
I don't believe we know much about the gathering other than there will be druids there.
I could be a knight accompanying you, Moss. I most definitely will not remove my armor.
You know, all we need to say is we heard that people are looking to help close the chaos, and we're here to help.
We do, however, know that there have been reports of us to at least Riverguard Keep. People are watching out for us. We've made a name for ourselves. I'm just thinking we might not want to walk in there looking as we do.
I hope we are striking fear into these evildoers.
I can make you invisible for an hour at a time. Would that help?
That sounds sufficient.
People just be wondering, what is that clanking sound?
It's just me.
I mean, we could fashion you some cloaks. I'm sure they have cloaks here that you guys could borrow with deep hoods or something. I'm sure I've seen druids wearing just big brown cloaks with deep hoods. And one of the knights that's with her, one of the newly cured knights, runs off. Oh, I think I have something.
I wonder, does the keep here have any wizards around, any mages that might have a few basic spells in their repertoire.
Oh, I haven't seen anything like that. It's mainly clerics, paladins, warriors.
Hmm.
The only magics I've really seen are divine in nature.
What about spell scrolls? Simple ones.
Again, I haven't seen any. This is Savra speaking, but I guess you could ask around. I don't think you'll have much success. It's not that really. It's knights here for the most part. You don't usually see too many magic wielders that aren't divine in nature at places like this.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll figure something out, and he's gonna.
What is it you're looking for?
He's looking to acquire the mage armor spell.
Yeah, it's not something that you'd be able to find here.
Okay.
Unless there was another traveling mage, which there isn't.
Well, that's fine. He'll continue wearing his armor, but you know what? I think for this bit he's gonna stow his cloak in his pack.
Yeah, the one of the knights comes running back, and he's got a bundle in his arms. It's three cloaks. Two of them sort of a dark brown. The third is sort of a dark green, deep hooded cloaks. We had a group traveling through, a group of rangers, and they were selling off a bunch of their stuff. They were trying to travel light for speed, heading to the northeast. They left these behind. Maybe these would do. And they're very long, large. They're like forest hunter type cloaks with very, very deep cowls, deep hoods. They would cover you almost completely. There's nothing magical about them. They would be good in, bad weather. But they're not like cloaks of protection or anything. Maybe these would work.
Thank you, good night. Let's give it a try.
Yeah, there's no way that it will really fit Moss, not without being extremely short on him. But the rest of you would be no problem. It's more than enough to cover even Aranor's girthy chest.
You got the moobs?
It's hard to tell. He's got, like thick armor on top of it. He doesn't have that boob molded chest plate either.
Dang it.
I think Talador is going to go the other way, and instead of cloaking up, he's going to try and change his appearance, dirty himself up a little bit, using the prestidigitation spell. Darken his skin with smudges of dirt and grime. Make him look road traveled and druidy. He'll ditch his like samurai long coat, and just go with his studded leather armor, which is fairly beat up. It's it's an old like hand-me-down suit, sleeveless. He's not going to do anything to cover up the very, very racist elvish tattoos that run up and down his arms. And
Have they
he's
seen
going
them before?
to.
Has your group seen them?
I think the group's seen them once. Yeah, he is. He's got like Yakuza sleeves of old elvish script that is very pro elf and anti everything else. And from a rebellious phase in his life that he's only recently sort of grown out of, and he might just grab a large piece of cloth and make like a head wrap out of it, sort of to cover his hair. He'll tie it back and wrap it sort of pirate style.
Sounds good. So I'm assuming that Aranor, Starsha, and Felix are going to take the cloaks.
Sure.
All right. So what is the plan for the remainder of the day? Are you going to just take your time heading there now? Are you going to hang out here for a while?
I think we want to get there as early as possible for as much time to talk to others. Because it's whatever event is happening, we think is happening tomorrow, right?
Yes.
So yeah, we want to get there earlier. Before we go, Moss is going to go talk to whoever looks after the herb garden and just let them know that hopefully their herbs will be bountiful.
Yeah, there is a cleric, actually, of Shantae that's there. She's not affiliated with Tyr, but she has been brought in for her ability with medicine and the taking care of crops or herbs or things of that nature that can be turned into medicinals or perhaps potions for healing, etc.
I'm just going to talk to her and say that I've done what I can, but I hope that these plants will grow well and heartily to actually help others.
Yes, I noticed even the plants that I keep in my personal quarters look exceptionally lush this morning. This is all you're doing?
I think I helped a little bit.
Oh, well. I'm sure that the healers here will be very grateful. Thank you so much.
Moss just nods and waves and goes off to find the group.
Okay, so you guys are going to head out and make your way there now.
Yep.
Looking to the north, the path of the Desserin Road heads north and winds its way into the hills as they get more pronounced, steeper, rockier. And it also heads down into the south, more into the grasslands, following the Desserin River. So you follow the road a ways to the north, and looking that way, you can see that the smoke to the north seems to have grown. It is a brown sort of smear on the northern horizon above the hills. Travel goes smoothly. Again, it's overcast, not too much wind. Doesn't look like it's going to rain today, but the clouds are thick and definitely obscuring the sun, making it sort of not bleak, but not as bright as it could be. Everybody roll me a perception. Ooh, sucks if that's going to be your only nat 20 of the day. Wow. Yeah, you guys, you're all, other than Felix, who's maybe fiddling with some sort of contraption. You all notice to the north, not quite the north, maybe a bit to the northwest. Not too far from the smudge, farther west, it looks like shapes. Flying. And they seem to be getting closer. After a few minutes of watching this, these shapes, you recognize them. These look like the giant vultures you'd seen at the Feathergale Spire.
Are they flying towards us?
They appear to be flying, if not towards you, maybe towards Summit Hall, but they are heading in your direction.
Spyglass out? Can I make anything out further about them? Can I tell who's on them, if anyone?
Your perception roll can't really get any higher. I mean, it can, but yes, you can make out using the spyglass that they do have riders. And as they get much closer, all of them, the griffins continue to fly, but all of the forms on their backs drop. Like they've jumped from these mounts.
I think we've got friends coming. Are we on, like, where are we? Are we in a forest road, or?
You're on the map.
I've seen this place
There
before.
we go.
That's where we dealt with the other group. We know the terrain well.
Well, all the forest roads here kind of look the same. So yes, you see several individuals descending from the sky. In suits that look somewhat familiar.
Wingsuits.
They do indeed appear to be wingsuits. Let me just put some dudes on the map, and it's going to be time to roll initiative. Not just yet, though. Let me put the thing up. And let me put you on the map.
Touch your character.
Okay, everybody go ahead, click your character, and roll initiative. While I put some
I do not
dudes
see
on
my
the map.
character.
Yeah, we're not
Oh,
on it.
man! I put you on the wrong map, that's why.
Ooh.
Oh,
There you
different
go.
map.
No, we don't know this one.
Rip.
Oh
Babes.
my god.
Always bringing up the rear to activate Greatsword.
Freaking
I don't even see his roll.
20 wasted on perception.
So yes, dropping across the sky, you see 5 individuals.
Huh, I had myself selected when I rolled. What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
You knew the roll was gonna be shit, so you didn't want to claim it.
Maybe.
Sounds right.
Why is that one guy laying down? Oh, those two guys laying down.
They're not.
Sleeping.
They all drop within about 10 feet of each other across this small stream.
Oh, there wasn't a chance to hit him in the air? Darn it. That would have been awesome.
Let me just put them on here.
Need some combat music.
Yep. What are these guys? Are these hurricanes? What are these?
They're your dudes.
Yeah, I know. I don't have them actually labeled.
Way to go.
I know.
What I see, you've got 2 pacifists, 2 guys doing leg exercises, and a dude that's going to trip over his robes. Not a threat at all. By the by, everyone's got like 15 good berries because I made 90 last night.
I didn't
What?
think you could make that many at once.
8 spell slots?
Yeah, I still didn't think you could make that many at once.
So
All right,
number's good.
let's put
Okay.
on some combat music.
Nope, there's nothing in the spell text that says they lose their effect if you cast the spell again, so...
You'll have to add me, Dark, manually.
Yep, that's okay.
Just put it down there at the very
At the-
bottom,
Put me at the bottom.
if necessary.
Ominous music.
You can't hear the music?
Ominous.
All right. Sorry for the slow start on this combat. I hate this initiative tracker. It covers everything. It does not appear that their flying mounts have landed, so it looks like it's only the 5 of them. And the guy in the back with a feathery sort of collar on his long robes yells out, "You will pay for what you have done!"
Can you be more specific?
Jan Sebin does not relinquish control easily. You will be made to pay.
Control of who? I need specifics.
We've killed a lot of people recently! You'll have to be clearer!
He's going to move up and hide behind this rock. After yelling at you, Moss, it is your turn.
Can I cast Tidal Wave on a
Nope.
diagonal?
You can't cast it. Nope. No, I don't see why not.
Because I'd like to cast on a diagonal and hit, well, as many of them I can.
What's the range on it?
It's 30 feet by 10 feet.
No, but what is the range to cast it?
Oh, I think it's 120.
No problem. Yeah, you can put it pretty much anywhere you want.
Is there like something I can use to calculate this? Not sure. I can probably only hit four of them. Just which 4? I will cast it on. I don't know how to. Fuck. I'm gonna draw.
Yep.
Well, something like that.
Okay.
Can I hit all 4 of them with that? That's kind of a rough sketch. I don't know if that actually works out.
I don't think you could get the farthest back Skyweaver, who's right beside that rock, but you can definitely get the other 3. The priest, the hurricane, and the other Skyweaver.
All right, then I'll do it like this. And get those 4.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Dex save of 14.
Dex save. Okay. First Skyweaver passed. Second Skyweaver failed. Hurricane passed with a nat 20. Second Hurricane passed with a 15. So only one Skyweaver saved. Failed. This one here.
So he's knocked prone.
Okay.
The others take half damage.
Okay. The others take half damage and are not knocked prone, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Oops, didn't mean to move them.
I don't know how to delete my drawing now.
No, that's fine. I'll do it.
Oh, I actually figured out. No,
Okay, they've all taken damage. This guy, I'm going to put a little doodad on him because he's prone. He took the full brunt of the damage. The others took half and are still standing upright. It doesn't move them or anything, correct?
No.
All right. Would you like to move?
Yep. Moss will just move over here. And actually, he will cast Hidden Step as a bonus action.
Okay.
So he'll do that, then move, so they can't see where he's gone to.
Okay. So you're hidden until the start of your next turn?
Yep.
All right. That's the end of your turn then?
Yes.
That brings us to the first Skyweaver, the one who is knocked prone. He will use half his movement to stand up. And then he is going to cast... Ooh. It's going to move first. He is going to cast Lightning Bolt. It is going to shoot out from him in a straight line and hit both Starsha and Felix. I need a dex save, I believe.
Of course.
What a shit damage roll.
Man. So you both are going to take half of 15. So that really sucks. You guys will take 7 points of damage each.
Alright.
I'll use my whatever that's called again. That cuts
Uncanny
it in
Dodge?
half. Sure.
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
So you'll take 3.
Wow.
I'll eat it.
All right. That's everything he is going to do. Taladar, it is your turn.
Yeah. So Taladar is going to do a thing. He is gonna move up to here. And he's gonna draw the Wand of Magic Missiles and blast this guy
Okay.
with 6 charges.
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
It's the equivalent of a 7th level magic missile spell, and let me just see if I have this set up correctly to cast. Cast it at 7th level. So 9 darts at 3 force damage each for 27 points of damage.
Sheesh. 27 points. Okay.
And let's see, that's move and action, and drawing the wand is basically his interact free action, so he can't draw his weapon. So that's it for him.
Do you have to roll to see if it breaks?
No, it has 7 charges. I used 6.
Nice. So that's everything for you?
That is it.
All right. Brings us to the first Hurricane's turn. He is going to move. He is going to cast Gust of Wind from where he is. Why did that not broadcast? Oh, it did. So, shooting out from him in a straight line is a wall of wind, basically blowing across this bridge. It spans the width of this little bridge and blows back anything in its path. And that is going to end his turn. Brings us to Felix.
So
Sorry,
when you
that's
say blows back, like if we walk into it?
Yes, if you were to walk into it, it basically doubles the amount of movement that you have to spend to move through it.
And it's going, like, into us or away from us?
It's blowing into you guys.
Okay.
He's holding the bridge with it, it looks like. So we can't get
Yeah.
across.
It's 60 feet long as well, right? So that's
Yes, it's
Yeah.
long.
That's rude.
Yes.
How much do you want to activate Great Sword, Deeves?
A day.
Then I will just like call out to Deebs and Starsha and say, "Don't resist."
Oh dear. Oh man.
And I will twin vortex warp
Okay.
and put them over somewhere over here-ish.
Okay.
The fuck is happening?
Like that?
Sure.
Okay. You can just pick up 2 people and move them. What is the range? 100
90
feet?
feet.
Okay. No problem.
Thank you, Lucid. That's so thoughtful.
Mm-hmm. Figure Starsha wanted to take some damage.
I like it better close up. I want to take it straight to the face.
Oof.
Is that a girl?
Wow.
Any movement?
Nope, I'll stay here. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Starsha, it is your turn. You now find yourself on the other side of this stream.
Ah, so many to choose from. Ooh, where do I start? How about the one that's closest to me, like right in front of me?
Okay.
Let me do the stabby stab.
Okay.
Wow, that's just sad.
I don't think that hits.
I
Nope.
mean,
Unfortunately, a 10 is just not enough.
I'm just showing him a dagger. It was just intimidation.
Just like flashing it right in his face.
Yeah, like
See this?
thinking-
This is going to stab you on the next turn.
right. All right. Well, let me pull out the other dagger.
Okay. Unfortunately, an 11 also doesn't hit. See, I have this other dagger too.
Yeah, 2 daggers. Mm-hmm. I can hit you with that.
But will you?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Is there anything? Do you have any movement? Any where you want to move?
Yeah. Let me. Since that didn't pan out.
Don't move too far from me.
Salvador.
Unless,
Oh, Aranor.
I mean, you can. I'm just saying if you're within
Was that a
5 feet.
Freudian slip?
No. No. Just no. Who? Yeah. No. Well, what do I do? If I get behind the guy that's behind us, is that too far?
You have to be within 5.
You basically have to stay in a
Yeah,
box
you have
right
to stay in
around.
the box next to me.
Yeah,
Right.
I was about to say, so within 1 square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's fine. I can only intercept 1 attack, so it's up to you.
I'll just stay where I am then. There's no point in moving.
Okay. Is that it for your turn then?
Wait, hold on. What if I get behind the one that that Aranor is on?
Well, he's right up against the river and a rock. You can't really get behind him.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm good.
Okay. That brings us to the second Skyweaver, the one that you just showed your daggers to. He is going to cast.
He's impressed, isn't he? Right?
I don't know about that.
He's like, oh, yeah, those are nice.
He is going to cast. mage armor. And then he is going to attempt to hit you in the face with his dagger. No, he's not.
Are we just gonna compare daggers? I like that.
He is going to cast a spell. You see him pull his dagger out, and he will make a strike at you. Does a 20 hit?
It most definitely does.
You take 2 points of damage.
Oh, I'll intercept it.
Aha, so you take no points of damage. He is going to move just to your other side here. And that is his turn. Aeronor, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna activate Great Sword,
Okay.
and I'm gonna swing at the guy in front of me that casts the lightning. That's the lightning bolt guy, right? Or girl?
The lightning bolt guy is the other Skyweaver here.
Oh,
The one in front of you is a Howling Hatred priest.
ooh.
Whoops.
All right, well, I'm gonna swing at the priest.
Okay. "17 hits.
For 8 points.
8 points. Okay.
And how's he looking?
Oh, he's looking a bit rough.
All right, swing again.
Okay.
Ooh, 12.
Unfortunately, a 12 is not enough.
All right.
This guy moves very quickly for a priest.
For my bonus action,
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Starsha.
Okay.
And yeah, and then I'll end my turn there.
Okay. It is now the priest's turn. And he is going to... This priest is going to jump into the river. And he will disappear beneath the water.
They drown.
Do I get attack of opportunity?
Yes, you do.
I learned today.
Sure is.
Yep, that's going to hit for 11 points of damage.
Yep.
As he's moving away, he takes a massive gash across his thigh, leaving a long streak of blood as he moves into the water and disappears. That is his turn. Moss.
Any chance I see that priest still, or where he went?
Nope.
What if I got
Make a
close?
perception.
Would it help if I got closer to the water?
Make a perception check. No. He moved into the water. You're not sure if he used a spell, if he's just below the currents. but he is out of sight.
Taking my invisibility off. I guess I'm just going to do call lighting.
Okay.
So I'm going to center it pretty much on Deebs and Starsha.
Okay.
And I will nuke the dude here.
The guy closest to the water?
Yep.
Okay.
Damn.
DC 14 dex. Okay. He passed.
So he takes half damage.
Okay. Half of 10.
I assume.
5 points.
Sorry,
Okay.
5 or 11?
Oh, yes, he hit for 10.
Yeah, the extra 10 is if it's
it's
stormy
11.
outside.
Right. Yeah, so he takes half damage, but it is still considerable. He's looking a bit rough. Anything else? Any movement?
Oh, sorry. Maybe I'll move a little bit closer to the water. If I move like here, I'm gonna get blown back if I try to cross, right?
If you move into the path of the wind, it is considered like difficult terrain, and it basically doubles how much you have to move to cross the bridge or to move out of it.
Okay, I'm not gonna try to cross the bridge. I'm gonna try to move right here though, and see if I can get a better eye vantage on where that guy went.
Yeah, you could move there. It'll cost you 5 extra movement, but you have the movement to do it.
Yeah, I'm not going any further than that, so I'm done.
Okay. The guy who just got nuked from lightning. It is his turn. He is going to cast Fly. And move straight up into the air about 30 feet. That's his spell, his movement. That's really all he can do right now. So Taladar, it is your turn.
I need him to make a strength saving throw, DC 15.
The guy who just is up in the air?
Yeah, Taladar is gonna draw his blade and point at the man and mutter an arcane word. And bands of yellow light encircle him and threaten to pull him out of the sky as he casts Earthbind.
Okay, he rolled a 10.
He will descend at 60 feet per round to the ground. So it's not clear as to when that happens, if that's on his turn, or if that's at the, like immediately, or if it were me, I'd say at the beginning of the round. But, up to you. And that is a concentration spell, so I will mark myself with a blue dot.
Can you post the
Concentration.
spell?
Yeah. Earthbind, Earthbind, Earthbind.
Because I'm pretty sure he slowly descends.
Yeah, it's 60 feet per round. He doesn't take any damage as he does it. I don't know when it happens.
I would say by the start of your next turn, he'll hit the ground. So
Okay.
he's slowly descending. Okay. Anything else? Any movement?
Yeah, Talador is going to move 40 feet, and that's his turn.
Okay, make a perception check.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, it is now the hurricane at the bridge's turn.
Hey,
Uh,
Darkstar.
Yes.
You know, you don't have that priest or the guy to the left of Starsha on the initiative.
The priest he's just dimmed because he's hidden.
Okay.
But I don't have the guy to the left of Starsha.
Up and left, I guess.
Oh yeah, I don't. Okay. Well, let's put him in the initiative then. He'll go after Starsha, though. Okay, so the guy at the bridge is going to... as a bonus action, he is going to move the direction of his gust of wind. And blow it directly at you two. I will need... I need a strength saving throw from Starsha and Taladar.
Aranor, you mean?
Sith, yeah, sorry, Aranor and Starsha.
Starsha, add plus 3 to your save.
What is the dexterity? What is the strength?
Strength, yeah.
I have Aura of Protection.
Ugh.
Okay, well, Aranor passed. Starsha, you have failed. You're going to be pushed 15 feet. You'll blow right past this guy who just stands sideways and lets you move. It does not do any damage, though. But you're now 15 feet away. And standing in a column of wind. Making it difficult to move against. That is his turn. Starsha, it is now your turn.
Well, how convenient. How about, can I sneak up on the guy that's right here by the rock? Like so?
You can't sneak up on him, but you can move.
Alright, I'll move and, okay, I'm gonna be a little bit smarter this time. I have the... Oh, hold on. I'll use the steady aim.
Okay. That's a feat of yours, right?
It's a bonus action.
Okay. Oh, you're going to use that before you attack, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What does it do?
Let me see if I can link that.
Yeah, you can only use it if you haven't moved.
Well, go figure. Yeah, maybe I'll use it on the next turn then. Well, in this case, I will just start stabbing.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, seriously, what is with these rolls?
Well, the wind is throwing you off, I think.
That must be it.
You still have your movement. Oh, the second one is going to hit. Unfortunately, it's only for 2 damage.
Look, it's better than nothing.
That's true. You do have a little bit of movement left. You are standing in a column of wind that is pushing you backwards.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, you can move out of it, but you will take an opportunity attack.
Where's the area of that column of wind?
If you move 5 feet to the right, you're out of it, and if you move 10 feet to the left, you're out of it. So, like, if we were to move to the square beside you,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be fine.
Alright, I'll do that.
Okay. No, it's the other way. Now you're out of it. Shield of Faith stays on Starsha, right? Even though she's not near you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And that's your turn? Bonus action, action move. Okay, it is going to be the second Hurricane's turn. Or rather, the first one. He missed out. He is going to cast... He is going to move right up, actually, to Aranor. And cast Thunderwave.
Oh dear. It's gonna knock me right in that water.
I would like a con save. Please.
$11.
That is a fail. So you're going to take 4 points of damage. And you're going to move 10 feet. You are in the water. But just. I don't think it knocks you prone, though.
I'm sorry, how much damage did I take? 4?
4 points, yeah.
Okay.
And your ears ring because it made a really loud noise. That is his turn. It is the Skyweaver next to Starsha.
So my Shield of Faith is a concentration. Does that interrupt it then?
If you took damage, yes, roll a d20.
You mean a con save?
Yeah, that's what I mean. A con save. Or a d20. You failed, so you lose the spell. I forgot it was a con save. He's just gonna attack you with multi-attack. Does a 20 hit? Starsha?
Yep.
Okay, that's 6 points of damage. And he'll go in for a second one, maybe a punch to the throat. Ooh, but that's an 11, so he misses. That is his turn. Aranor, you are standing about mid-calf in the water.
Can I move out to intercept this guy?
Before you do, make a perception check. Yep, no, you can move out. Perception is just not enough.
Alright, I'm gonna move out and I'll swing at this guy.
Okay.
Fuck!
Nope, it is just not enough.
I'll swing again.
Okay.
Jesus.
14 just hits.
I'm gonna
12
smite
points. Okay.
at second level.
Okay.
So it's so 14 additional smite.
$26. Combined, that is enough to put this guy down.
Alright, and then I'm gonna move. I'll move here.
Okay, no problem.
And that's it.
Okay. Moss.
Right, I'm going to take a scan to see if I can see that priest that was jumped in the water.
Okay.
Do we want perception or do I?
Perception.
Okay.
Whoa.
He is beneath the water. You can see him down there. Looking up at Talador.
If I were to cast my lightning bolt at that spot in the water, do it like is that going to work? Or I guess I don't know. I guess I just do
Certainly
it.
Try.
I wave at him and where is it? Well, that's not very much damage.
DC 14 dex save for half, I'm assuming.
He's pretty wounded though, Bri. Unless he healed himself.
Ooh, he failed his dex save. He doesn't even see it coming. He's busy looking up at Taladar. You can see his hands moving as if he's preparing to cast. The lightning strikes down into the water, and he begins to float downstream, dead.
Does he come like bubble to the surface like a fish that's been fried by electricity?
Yeah, he would.
Nice. And that is my turn.
Okay. It was going to be his turn next, but he's dead. Brings us to Taladar.
Taladar is going to bonus action Misty Step to here, and he will attack this guy with Booming Blade. So, with his blade out, he swings. First of all, we'll do a rapier attack. Does a 14 hit?
Yep, 14 hits.
4 points of piercing damage, and an additional 3 points of thunder damage. If he moves of his own accord, he will take additional thunder damage. So it's a total of 7. And I think that's it for Talodor.
Okay, let me make a
Oh,
con.
sorry.
for him.
Sorry, I get a second attack.
Okay, hang on. First attack, he failed his con, so
Oh.
the gust of wind is gone.
Nice. And then the second attack is 22, which
Okay.
definitely hits for another 6 points of piercing. So 4, 6, 10, 13 total points.
Sorry,
Okay.
how many points was in the second one?
6 points.
Okay.
And he will grin and just say, "You should have kept flying."
I wasn't the one that was flying.
They were
Oh,
all
you
flying.
mean on the griffin? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean on the vulture. And that's your turn?
That is.
Okay. It is the Skyweaver down south, who has now landed on the ground. Directly in front of Aeronor. He doesn't like that very much, so... he's going to move to Taladar's left and cast a spell. I'm assuming at disadvantage because he's in melee.
If it is a ranged spell attack, yes.
No, the range is self.
Oh yeah. If he's not making an attack roll, then there's no way to. There's no disadvantage.
Okay. I don't know why it doesn't cast it. 8d6, okay. Both Aeronor and Starsha, I need dexterity saves, please. You both have passed, so you will take half of 27 points of damage.
Can I see him casting that?
I would imagine.
There's some rocks. I don't know if I've got line of sight to that.
No, I think you would see it.
Counterspell.
Okay, what level?
3rd.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only level I have for counterspell.
Right. Yeah, you see this guy, Aeronor, right in front of your face, weaving a spell, and his hands begin to crackle with lightning. And you're a little worried because you're standing right in front of it, and then it just fizzles away.
Yeah, Talodor just snaps with his free hand.
He is going to move. Aeronor, you will get an attack of opportunity. He is going to move into the river. An 18 hits.
14 damage.
This guy is in bad shape. You can see blood flowing down the river from where he stands in it. Felix.
So is he submerged or is he standing at the edge?
He's standing at the edge of the water.
Dummy.
He's about calf deep.
Felix has been in the same spot this whole time.
I'm hanging out. I'm having a good time over here. I am going to do the old twin firebolt.
Mhm.
First, I'll try to hit this guy who's calf deep for some reason.
Uh-huh. He didn't have any more movement. Okay, that guy is definitely dead.
Rip.
His body falls into the river with his brethren.
And then I'll throw one at the guy next to Taladar.
Okay. That guy also drops dead.
Holy shit.
Then I'll
Any movement, or are you just
walk
going to
over
stay
here
there?
and I'll sit on my rock here.
All right.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Starsha, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Okay, can I use my thingy now? My what's
Yep.
it called? Steady aim.
Yeah, to give yourself advantage, no problem.
Oh!
Yep, that is a crit. Jesus. I'm not sure why it rolled the damage twice. That is more than enough. The guy only had half health left. You plunge your dagger in directly into the side of his neck, and he shoots out a gout of blood and drops dead. That is all of them downed. And we are out of combat.
I'll use the Pearl of Power to get a spell slot back. Well, that was fun. I suppose they're going to be throwing more of these idiots at us over the next few days.
Yes, well fought, everyone.
Well, they are allies of the fire.
Thank you, Taladar, for the clutch stop of that spellcaster.
Oh, of
Well,
course.
I don't even know. I mean, do I know what I know what happened? I guess I'd assume.
You've seen enough counter spells going off.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have maybe seen Taladar casting it, but you know that somebody probably did because his spell evaporated.
Okay.
Are the was it griffins or vultures that dropped them off?
But they jumped off of vultures.
Are the vultures still here?
No, the vultures never stopped. They kept going.
Okay. Where did they go?
They flew away.
Okay.
Brian trying to get himself a vulture.
Listen, I took Speak with Animals. I was going to try to use it.
That's it. It's interesting. The bad guys fly on vultures and the good guys fly on griffins.
Mm-hmm.
Are we really the good guys at this point?
Actually, they fly on hippogriffs, the good guys.
Or hippogriffs, yeah.
I mean, vultures aren't evil. They're just animals.
Yeah, griffins are just used when we fly from city to city. That's right.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Search the corpses.
Yeah, you can search the corpses. You don't find a whole lot. They don't have a whole lot on them. You get a total of 45 gold and 83 silver.
Hmm.
Most of their wingsuits have been badly damaged in the combat, so they don't look usable. They didn't really have anything else of value on them.
Starsha, how much damage did you take?
9 points.
We have good berries. Darkstar, how many good berries was I able to make?
I mean, there's no restriction on it. It seems silly that you can create like 90 good berries and essentially get free heals for all of your companions for days.
Well, for no more than one day, because I go bad. Well, I don't
You know
go
what I
bad,
mean,
but
though. Like,
yeah. So I'm asking how many did I make?
I say you could probably make 30.
Okay. Well, and we have good berries. Distribute them around so people
mu-
can top off
How much did they heal for?
one each.
Okay. So I'll eat 4.
Starsha eats 9. Anyone else?
Taladar and Moss took no damage.
Or Felix.
Felix took 7.
Oh, that's right. That lightning bolt.
So
I'm okay.
20 good berries to everyone. So, Felix, have a good berry. It'll make you feel good.
I need to use my hit die when we short rest.
So, just so you guys know, with this recent level we got, I now have the Aura of Protection. So if you're within 10 feet of me, you get a +3 to all saving throws.
Is that +3 from your charisma bonus?
No, just in general. Oh, it might be. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, it might
Oh,
be.
that's cool. Yeah, that goes up to like, what, 30 feet or something at level 11 or something like that?
So you guys clean up here, rinse yourselves off maybe in this small stream. Leave the bodies where they are. And continue on your way. The smoke that you had seen to the north is getting more dense. It's creating almost like foggy conditions. And it is beginning to get slightly difficult to see for too far.
This might add difficulty to my skywriting plan.
Within the next couple of hours, you begin to hear the sounds of the gathering rather than see it. The effects of the smoke in the air, and it does smell like smoke now, are becoming more difficult. It's not difficult to breathe, it's just slightly uncomfortable, and it does obscure your vision slightly. By mid-afternoon, you have arrived at what you believe is the gathering place of this ceremony or ritual. You begin to hear the sounds of music, of voices. You can smell smoke from what now looks like several campfires. Maybe the smell of cooking meats or other foods.
Mm.
And I will put you all on the new map.
Barbecue.
It is supposed to be playing music, goddammit.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, let me load it up.
There you go.
What map are we supposed to be on?
You're supposed to be on the Scarlet Moon Hall. Can you not see yourselves? Nope. Here we go.
There it goes.
It's because once again I put you on the wrong map.
It really is smoky. All I see is darkness, black.
Fuck.
There it is.
Just making sure everybody else can see. Nope, Starsha can't. There we go. You should all be able to see. And as you move into the area and begin to see, where are you going?
I've got a big old ring of light around me, and I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm not sure if that's just indicating how far I can see, or
I don't know where your token went, so
It's right there.
Visibility.
Can you guys all see the big ring of light around me?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, then it might just be a dynamic lighting thing. Oh, it disappeared.
okay. You should all be able to see everything on the map, though. Like, nothing should be obscured.
I can see everything.
Yep.
Just double checking what everyone can see. Okay, everyone's vision is the same now. So yeah, pulling up, you get to the base of what looks like a large hill that has not exactly steps, but it does appear to be steep with some flattened areas heading up to what looks like a tall, narrow tower. There seems to be several campfires, several people, tents, animals, cook fires, some celebrations, maybe. You can see some dancing, some people playing some music. And at the top of the hill, you can't quite make out what it is. It does look like it's a humanoid shape, burning and blazing in the afternoon smog at this point.
We can see like pretty far distance. Like it's not that hazy.
Yeah, I would say anything beyond like 80 feet is going to be hard to make out. But anything within 30 is easy to see.
Are there any groups of tents that aren't occupied?
It doesn't look like it.
So everyone brought their own tents and we just showed up like a bunch of idiots.
Well, you guys all have packs, and some of you would have tents in them.
Oh, okay.
In your basic, traveler's packs.
The wilds are our tent friends, and just pats Felix on the shoulder.
And having reached this destination, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break.
Yay.
I'll be right back.
Me too.
No, you don't get one, Deeps.
No.
You gotta wait, sorry. All that water must flow it through you.
updated my concept map in a while.
Back.
All right, I'm back.
Back.
I'm here.
I think we're just waiting on Starsha and Lucid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
Lucid, how did you go a whole week without your foot spa?
Lots of alcohol. And steak.
I guess you just put steaks all over them, yeah. Everyone ready to pick back up?
Yep.
Mhm.
Music, come on now. I gotta try and find it in my list. There we go. So yeah, you can see that there are several people that seem to be gathered for this event. And through the haze, you can make out that the very top of this hill looks like it's a square, straight tower that seems to be ringed with partially collapsed walls. And in front, near the tower looks like it's a fiery sort of giant man. Scattered along the slopes in sort of gentle tiers are several bonfires with tents clustered around each of them. There are some figures moving around from campfire to campfire, but for the most part, people are sitting clustered around their chosen fire. There is a trail that leads straight sort of up this hill, heading towards it connects the hillside encampments and leads straight up to what you assume is the remains of Scarlet Moon Hall. Vision is partly obscured, especially for moving too far away from the campfires. But you have no problem really seeing, as it's not terribly dark. What would you guys like to do?
Are there any vendor areas set up?
It doesn't look like it. There are some campsites that have tents that are larger than others. You're not sure if it's because they're just multiple people sharing, or if there's vendors there. There is definitely the strong smell of cooked meats coming from one of the closest campfires.
And how long have you been on the road to get here?
Probably 4 to 5 hours.
So what time is it, sorry? Like early evening?
It's probably about 4 p.m. What do you guys want to do?
I would like to... Sorry, there was no vendors, right?
Not that you can see.
I would like to look for the 2 druids I met, who were... shoot, I just had it up. Ginny and Fila. Who I noted they were part of the Emerald Enclave, I think.
Make a perception check. At disadvantage.
Oh. I can't wander around to look for him? Okay. Disadvantage is Alt or?
Control.
Control. Got it. $11.
It is difficult to see beyond about 60 feet without getting right up close. It does look like the camps to your nearest left and right have druids at them, and each seems to contain animals as well.
I'll approach the left camp first.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Are there any camps that don't appear to have druids? They have other things?
You can make out figures near all of the fires, but you can really only see in detail at the 2 closest. So you can't really tell if they're druids in the farther fires. Other camps from this distance do look like they maybe have other animals at them, but you can't tell what the people at them are.
We should probably try to get a camp of our own.
There does look to be space to the right of the closest right campfire.
It's got alligators over there. What are those things?
Stop looking all over the map.
Oh. I'll tail Moss. I'll follow Moss.
Okay,
Make sure he doesn't get in trouble.
probably a good idea. The 4 druids at this campfire look up as you approach. 2 of them stand up. One appears to be Feely. You made it!
I did. I couldn't possibly miss this.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Come. Do you have a camp set up?
No, we were just muttering to ourselves that we may have been a little bit foolish not to bring tents and bedding. Well, we have bedding. I'm a home under the trees, so I've spent many years.
I think Vargo might have room in his tent for a couple. If you have people that didn't bring anything, but it's pretty warm, and I don't think it's supposed to rain or anything. You might be okay.
Oh, thank you. I'll make sure my friends know that. What can you tell me of what's been going on? I don't think you just arrived.
Oh, well, I mean, we got here a couple of days ago. My friend, she decided that she was going to go farther south. She hasn't been feeling great as of late. She's getting these headaches and weird sort of visions. And so she's decided to skip on it. But I told her I'd fill her in, especially if we learn this whatever this ritual is to help the land. But yeah, let me introduce you. So this is Mahoon, and this is Irini, and this is Vargo. And they all sort of nod at you.
So I could get those names again real quick?
Mahoon and Varigo are the 2 male dwarves you see. They seem to have long antlers sort of coming out of a headdress.
And what was the last name?
Irini. I-N, it's Iniri. I-N-I-R-I.
Moss, greets them all and says, "Pleasure to meet you." So how did you learn of this encampment, and what's the plan to? I think we're all here to help stop the calamities that have been happening.
Well, we're not sure about the plan. The ritual, I guess, is supposed to, it's a rite, I guess, is supposed to take place tomorrow, I think in the morning. So we're not really sure what to expect. Some groups have come and gone. That's why there is a couple of campsites that are available. I think there's one just over to the east there, just beyond these guys. So yeah, some people have come and gone. Some people have traveled up to the tower and have been turned away, I guess. We don't really know too much, but I guess people have sort of been coming around to campsites to sort of see, if it's something that we have the ability to learn, because, not everybody can learn this ritual. But yeah, no, we haven't been turned away, so we're assuming we're good.
Moss is gonna. Can I do like an insight check? Is there any kind of deception or?
Yeah, go ahead, roll insight.
Falsehood is, I guess, and I kind of want to look around like all of them and like any kind of.
Yeah, no, she appears to be telling the truth. She's being honest and truthful. You don't pick up any. I mean, the others haven't really said anything, so it's hard to discern where they stand. But she's being honest. What were you saying, Deeves?
I can do my trick, Bri.
Does not make them aware?
Yeah, they'll have to kind of allow Exat to touch them.
I don't think we're ready to do that yet.
Yeah.
I'm Moss going to try to engage the others a little bit and just, do they know more? I'm trying to fast play it through here without going to half an hour conversation.
Yeah, I mean, two of them look like they're maybe slightly intoxicated. It looks like there's a couple of casks of brandy sitting near the campfire. They've all been sort of partaking. But everybody seems to be in good spirits. They seem to be in a good mood, jovial, maybe excited about learning this ritual.
Okay, but no one really knows what the ritual is or how it's going to solve the problem.
No, it hasn't been explained to them.
Okay. Are there any other druids that are camped here? I see Lady Camps. I'd like to
Oh, yeah, no, there's lots of them about. There's a couple of camps full of rangers, I think, up the hill that I saw. Some other guys, I think they're druids, but I don't know what circle. And I think the guys to the right of us, I think those guys are druids too. It kind of looks like it. I haven't talked to everybody here yet.
Wow.
We've maybe just, I've sort of just been hanging out. Like, I just met these guys a couple of days ago. But yeah, no, it's been a really good time.
Well, I'm glad you have a good time. What circle are all of you? I'm of the land, and I've spent, as I said, many times in forests. That's my home.
Well, the three of us, me and Vargo and Mahoon, we're all Circle of the Land druids. But Iniri, she's a spore druid. She can do some really great things with mushrooms.
Moss.
There it is. There it is.
Moss, and just because they're clapping, mushrooms often fascinate me. I found myself drawn to Moss's. I feel akin to you.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, you should come by later. Iniri usually makes this tea in the evening from some of her mushrooms. It is amazing. Like, you should come by tonight after sunset. Yeah, we've got some brandy here. Yeah, it's just a good time. Some others from other camps might come down. It's been really great. There's been a little bit of scuffles here and there. You know how things get at like big festivals and stuff. There's some squabbling over campsites and stuff like that, but nothing major.
Sounds like an enlightening and mystical journey. Perhaps later.
No, so for sure.
Moss is going to thank them and start walking away and just whisper to Aranar, yeah, not all druids are wise.
Aranar's like, yeah, I know. I traveled with one.
I know one.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'll pause. Yeah.
Taladar broke from the group immediately and just started walking around.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is he wants to just get a general survey of the type of people who are here to ascertain whether or not we're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Like, if Moss does his skywrite thing, is everybody going to immediately look at us and be like, those fuckers did that because they don't fit in? Mm-hmm. So he just kind of wants to get a feel for who all's around. And then he's curious about the structure, up at the north end of the map. If it looks like it's guarded and he can't get close to it, he will slip into the trees, cast invisibility on himself, and have a closer look.
Okay, Felix and Starsha, what are you guys doing? Are you going with Taladar? Are you setting up a camp somewhere?
They can't go with me. He would have just walked off without everybody.
Okay.
No, seeing that the others kind of walked off, got a bass Starship. She wanted to go check out the meat tent.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm all for that.
Or the tent that you said that smelled of meats.
Yeah, it's actually coming from the closest campfire that Moss and Aranor went to.
Oh, I thought it was to the right.
No, I mean, there's smells coming from all campfires, but if you approach the one to the left here where, like, Mahoon and Iniri are, there are several racks of what looks like smoked meats of all kind. Maybe chicken, maybe some venison, maybe elk. It's all kinds of meats in sauces, some on skewers, and that is where the majority of the smell is coming from.
Well, then I would have gone over there to that direction.
Hi, yeah, no, welcome. Come on in. Are you guys with what's his name? The big guy, the druid.
The big dopey looking guy over there?
Yeah, him. I don't think I ever caught his name.
Yeah, we're with him. That's Moss.
Moss. Makes sense. I get it. Are you guys here for the Wicker Giant thing too?
Yeah, that's what we all came to check out.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah, cool. I was just telling Moss and his friend, come by later, and Yuri's gonna brew up a big batch of this mushroom tea that she makes. It is amazing. You don't want to miss it. But we've got lots of food. Like, you know, do you guys want to stop by, or are you setting up your camp, or what's up?
I think we'll definitely stop by for some of that tea later.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'll let her know. Aniri's sort of busy. She's turning over the meat on this massive rack that they have going. And she just sort of looks at you and gives you a nod. She has a bit of a spacey sort of look in her eyes. The meat will be ready in probably, like, I don't know, half an hour or something. But yeah, come by. Others are going to be stopping by too. It'll be great.
Are they druids too?
I think most of them are. They might bring others. Like, the more the merrier, you know? It's great.
Are there a lot of non-druids here?
There's some. I know there's a group of rangers up the hill. There's some guys with, like, really big dogs way up the hill. I think they're rangers. Or maybe just woodsmen. I'm not sure. There's a lot of druids here. I haven't met everybody. There's new people that came in during the day, and others that have left. Because, you know, not everyone is suitable, I guess, to learn this rite. And so they've been turned away, or, you know, just rejected, or I don't know, maybe they didn't have a good time and so they left.
Have you seen anyone with really cool masks on?
Ooh, masks? No, I don't think so. Like, what kind of mask?
And maybe like a mask made of stone or a mask made of gold?
No, I don't think I've seen anything like that.
Well, perfect. Well, we'll be back for the meat and the tea.
Great. I better let Iniri know to make extra. Sounds like we're gonna have a lot. You guys should totally get your camp set up, though. Like, this tea, sometimes it can really knock you on your butt.
Sounds wonderful. I'll wander back over to Aranor.
Her energy level is too high, or his energy level is too high.
It's a her.
It is her. Okay, her
Yep.
energy level is too high.
We gotta have some of this tea.
You gotta have some tea. Taladar, so you are having a wander around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you pass a lot of campsites. Most of them look druidic. There's nobody that looks like Aranor, per se. Nobody in, like, heavy armor or, you know, massive swords or anything like that. But it is a bit of a mix. You know, there's a couple of guys that look like they maybe are hunter-gatherers or something. They've got, like, spears and bows and longbows. You think farther up the hill, you've seen this group of what the others had described as maybe a group of rangers. There does appear to be another sort of group of druids. There's a large brown bear at one of the camps. that looks like it has at least a couple of druids at it. Some other very large guys that seem to have big dogs with them. You're not sure if they're like woodsmen or hunters of some sort. They seem to have stacks and stacks of furs with them.
Any elves? Any like pureblood elves that maybe are sticking to their own, a few of them together around a
There
fire
is-
or anything, or
There is one, because you're checking out all the campfires, right?
Mhm. Yeah, just
To the
casually
very-
milling about, but trying
Yeah,
to get
to the
everything.
very, very far north, there does look like there is one. Maybe she's a druid on her own that has. You didn't quite get close enough to tell. Excuse me, to tell. They look like little flying people. You're not sure if they're fairies or sprites or something of that nature, and she seems to be just. She's playing a flute or something, and the sprites seem to be like dancing, maybe around the fire. But she has very distinct pointed ears, and she looks like she's probably a full elf.
Oh, I think I'll approach her. Just come to the edge of the firelight and listen with hands folded in front of me, non-threateningly. Just listen for a bit to her music, see if she notices me.
She doesn't seem to notice you. She is just involved in doing her thing, entertaining the sprites. The sprites do notice you. And all three of them seem to flit over. They move very quick. They're kind of like dragonflies in their movement, but they are very distinctly little people.
I'll just stay. I'll stay cool and calm and nod to them as they flit about.
Yeah, she just continues to play her flute. She's got her eyes closed. She's just sort of swaying.
No, then I'll go find a comfy spot, not too close to the fire, and just sit down.
After a few minutes, one of the sprites flies up to her and like tugs on her hair. And she opens her eyes. Oh! I'm sorry, I didn't realize that somebody had stopped by. I'm Garina. Sorry, I was just... no, I had some mushroom tea earlier. Prepare yourselves if you have some of that. Sorry, how can I help you?
I just heard the music and thought to sit and listen for a spell. Thank you very much for the entertainment.
Absolutely. I mean, you can make yourself at home.
Might I ask, do you know what this festival is about? What the ceremony tomorrow is going to be?
Well, it's my understanding that we're all the rite of the Wicker Giant is going to be performed and taught to those of us who have the ability to learn it, so that we can use it going forward to help quell some of the elemental disturbances in the land.
Have you met any of the folk who are leading this ceremony?
Just one. He sort of stopped by when I was setting up here. Spoke to him briefly, sort of asked what sort of experience with magic or elemental magics that I had. Just wanted to know where I came from, what sort of abilities I had. We spoke for a little bit, and he said to, welcome, make myself at home here, and to enjoy this time leading up to the ritual, or the rite. I do wonder why they're waiting, though. Like, there's been a lot of people that have come. Some have been turned away. I guess they're not suitable to learn. But it does seem to be taking a long time. I've been here for 4 days now.
Well, others we met on the road told us that it would be a few days. Strange, though. Do you Have you heard or seen anything that might lead you to believe that there's something nefarious going on here? That those who lead this gathering are up to something beyond what they advertise?
I don't think so. There are some other groups that are here that are a little rougher, maybe. But this sort of a gathering always kind of attracts that kind of a crowd. They're a little rough around the edges. Most of them, I guess it's because they've been on their own. You know, woodsmen, hunters, trappers, sorts like that. And so there's been a few fights. Nothing big. Certainly no deaths. Just a lot of, fist fighting and squaring off, and you know how it is when humans get loud and drunk.
I do. Yes. Taladar just kind of turns and lazily waggles some fingers in the direction of the fire, and using the control flames spell, small creatures, kind of like these sprites that are flying about, flicker up at the tips of the flames and begin to dance around. And he just kind of loses himself in the moment, controlling that, and then eventually kind of gets a handle on it without having to focus so much, and turns back to her. I don't play any instruments, but please accept this as an offering in return of a performance.
Well, Flix and Aphid and Bort here seem to love it. Isn't that right, Flix? And they all just sort of flitter around these conjured flame dancers you've created.
Yeah, I think he'll animate the flames for a little while, and then kind of just enjoy the quiet company of this group.
Okay.
Yeah, for some time. I think he'll do a little bit of wander around after this. He's going to cast, as the evening goes on, he'll burn a second level spell slot and cast Detect Thoughts. It's only good for a minute. Is that right?
You're casting it on her?
No. After he leaves, he'll excuse himself and thank them all for their company. And he'll cast Detect Thoughts twice. Near two different camps, and just try and read some surface thoughts. What is this up here? What are these people up here on this big bonfire or burning tree or whatever it is?
It's harder to make them out without getting close. On this side near Garina's camp, the wall is mostly intact. It doesn't stand very high. It's only about 6 feet tall. And you can definitely see the blazing wicker man over the wall. And you can see the tower. From here, it looks like it's got some scaffolding around it, and maybe some people sitting with their legs dangling over the scaffolding. And it does look like there is individuals in the compound, as well as tents on the grounds inside the walls. But without getting closer, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Then I mean that seems like maybe the place to go. He is gonna, maybe slip into these trees here, cast invisibility on himself, and just walk right in.
Okay. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, I'll skip the Detect Thoughts. Then I'll just go in and have a look around.
Approaching these walls, the heat that is coming off of this wicker giant man is quite intense. It looks like it's a constructed wooden structure, and it seems to be containing the flames without being consumed by them. It looks like there's a couple of druids around it. One of them seems to be... It's like she's casting a spell, but maybe she's maintaining the fire in this wicker giant.
Yeah, I'll slip past them and just keep walking around. Oh boy, I probably should move my token up there, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah. So he'll just kind of slip in and maybe around behind the tents and
Okay, give me a stealth.
just kind of having a wander to see what's what.
With advantage because you're invisible.
Is stealth with advantage. Here it comes. 22.
22 is pretty good. You make it up and past the walls. You can see inside there are several tents that are jammed much more closely together. The base of this tower is essentially in ruins. The entry into the tower completely caved in with broken rubble and bits of stone. Scaffolding extends up at least the bottom portion of the tower. And it does look like there are some individuals. They don't look like druids. They're robed. One of them carries... they both actually carry a lantern with them. That seem to be just gazing off at this wicker giant. It doesn't look like they have any weapons on them. And as you're beginning to approach the tower, you hear the sounds of growling and loud barking.
I will stop, stand very still, and look around.
You don't see the source of the barking. But one of the druids at the fire, not the woman that seems to be casting, but the other one, begins to look around.
Shit.
Was that a sound effect from
What the?
the map, or was that something else?
No, that was a car going by with its exhaust sputtering.
It feels very timely.
I tried to mute it before it got loud, but yeah, it's the same dipshit that goes by this time of evening. I think it's an old rice rocket with a beat up engine. Yeah, if I don't see what's making this growling or barking, I'll keep moving around slowly, keeping an eye out for it. Just kind of, I just want to kind of get the lay of the land, see if there's an entrance into this tower. Is this the Scarlet Monastery, or whatever the hell it's called, the where the Fire Nation lives? Like, is this the only building around?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so clearly
it looks like there's a lot of ruins and rubble around. Farther down the hill in the back, it's not on the map, but you can see the remnants of other walls that have not stood up nearly as well as this one. So you don't know if there was a settlement here or what, but this is sort of the only standing structure.
And does it, like, how would I get into it if I wanted to try and enter it? You said the entrance is caved in?
It does look like there's a series of ladders and scaffolding that go up both sides, and from the ground, pressed against that wall that you're near, it looks like there is an opening a couple of levels up on the scaffolding.
Right, okay.
That leads into the structure.
Yeah, I guess that's it. So we've got an opening into the structure that seems like that is an entrance into some sort of thing. It's from here I can't really tell. Like, how tall is this tower?
It's about 6 stories tall.
Okay.
It's quite tall.
And could perhaps extend underground as well. We're not sure. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. I think Talara will make a boogie for the exit. Get out of here before whatever this dog he heard finds him.
Yeah, it sounded like more than one dog.
But I never saw them.
As you're leaving, you can see that there seems to be a shallow depression farther behind and to the east of the tower. And it sounds like that's where the barking is coming from.
Oh, like back here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. He'll kind of take a remaining invisible, just finish his tour of the area and head back to wherever everybody else is.
What is everybody else doing? Have you guys decided to just stay and hang out with these druids? Do you want to set up your own camp?
I was going to go talk to everyone else like a druid. I don't really want to talk to rangers, but we're also at time.
Yeah, there's not really time to go and talk to everyone else. Just, if you guys don't intend to set up camp, just let me know where you're staying.
Can we figure that out for next session?
Sure, so let's call it here then.